Hello guys, today I will show you the strategy that got me my first payout, and yeah, let's start. So for the pairs, I only traded it on EU, but it also works on GU and gold. Then the time, so I'm looking for the setups between 8 and 11:15 UTC plus 2. Why this time? Why 11:15, which is a weird time. So basically at 11 the 4-hour candle opens, so there could be an AMD setup there, so basically a manipulation at the start of the 4-hour candle. Then liquidity, so I mark the Asia range and the closest liquidity, buy side and sell side. POIs not necessary, because the most important thing is the liquidity grab, but I also mark my POIs below and above the liquidity I'm looking at. And then true model, for example MSS plus OTE or MSS plus inverse for value gap. As soon as there is a run on liquidity, so yeah. Stop loss is I usually put it above or below the swing point of the market structure shift, and the target I usually go for 2 or 3R, but I sometimes also, if I see a clear draw on liquidity, I just targeted the draw on liquidity. So now let's go to the charts. I will show you how it would look, the setup. So basically this would be the Asian range. And okay, so I would mark the liquidity. Here's some liquidity too. Here's some liquidity. I would mark it there. And if I saw some POIs here, I would mark it. Mark them. Let's say under the Asian range, there would be something here. I would definitely mark it, and then I would wait for something like this. And then I would look for the entry confirmation here, and I would target either a drawn liquidity, which would be either the Asian range high or another liquidity here, or just 2R. And yeah, or if the price would go for the upper range, Asia range, I would either wait for a confirmation here, or I would wait for the price to go for another liquidity right here, and then I would look for confirmation right after raiding this liquidity. Let's now go to the charts. So in this example, I would first mark the liquidity of Asia range, which is here. Then I would mark the opposing liquidity, the closest liquidity here. Here's like so lower resistance liquidity. This POI doesn't really look valid. It looks like a trap, but if you want to learn about it, join my Discord, because I often talk about traps, POI traps. Okay, so we have the Asian range here, and we're going to a lower time frame, and we're looking for the liquidity grab. And we got the, let's see. Now I went to 1 minute time frame. It looks pretty good. Okay. Now I will mark a fair value gap, which would be an inverse fair value gap. We got a comeback here, but it was just like a tap in. So I'm putting a limit order here. Stop loss above the swing high. Take profit either to R or some form of liquidity, for example this low or Asian low if it hasn't been taken out yet. We got tagged in. And we hit TP. Let's go to another example. Just before I carry on, I do want to say that if you want to learn my actual trading model, visit the first link in the description. The yearly subscription has a minus 78% discount right now, and it will be only valid for another couple days. Okay, another example. We have Asian range here. Let's now we kind of have like an order block here. Okay, let's now wait for a liquidity grab. Okay. Now let's go to the lower time frame. Okay, we got tapped into the POI. Okay. Now we have a reclaimed order block right here. Okay, we're tapped into the reclaimed order block, which is a breaker, and stop loss at the recent high, and target either 2 or 3 RR or the opposing liquidity, for example this double bottom, which is a great place for liquidity. And now let's look what happens. As you can see, there were a lot of opportunities to enter here. Basically an order flow mitigation. Very clean. Yeah, and the TP has been smashed, absolutely smashed. As you can see, very clean setup. Okay, we have another example. Let's mark the Asian range. Here we have a double bottom liquidity. Nice order block right here. Okay. Now let's go to the lower time frame. As you can see, the Asian high has been swept. Now let's go to the lower time frame to look for an entry model. Nothing yet. Swept this high again. You can see how the timing work here, because this is 7, this is 8, so the 7 has been swept basically. Now we can look for entries. Another sweep. Okay, we have a reclaimed order block right here, but no entry yet because we haven't closed under. Okay, so we tapped into the reclaimed order block. This is kind of messy, but still stop loss at the top, and let's target the Asian low, 5R. Let's see what happens. Okay, almost TP. Build up of liquidity right here, double bottom again, people start buying basically. What happens now? Inducement here. Another inducement and TP. Very clean setup, another 5R. If you want to learn the models that I use every day in the markets, make sure to join our Discord. I have created a whole video course about my strategy, PDFs, and I also share signals daily. As you can see, the yearly is 78% off. It will only be so low for the next couple of days, so if you're actually interested in changing your life, make sure to take advantage of it. If you like this type of content, make sure to like and subscribe, and see you in the next one.